Hey there, and welcome back to Beyond the Binary. I am Srishti Srivastava, and today we're diving into another exciting problem from the SQL Top 50 Challenge. So today's problem is find customer referee. We'll break it down step by step and let's walk through the solution together. So let's get started. Now, as you can see in the problem, we are given with a table named customer. In the table customer, we have three columns: ID of type int, name of type varchar, and referee ID of type int. In the given problem, we are asked to find the names of the customer that are not referred by the customer with ID is equal to 2. And then we're told to return the result in any particular order. Now, let's understand what we're asked. We are asked that we have to return the names of those customers who are not referred by the customer with ID 2. In order to do this, we can break the problem into certain steps. First is to return the names. Second is to find the people whose ID is equal to 2. And once we find the people whose ID is equal to 2, we just have to find the people whose ID is not equal to 2, and we have to return that. Now, among the people whose ID is not equal to 2, there also might be people whose ID might be equal to null. In that case, we need to take into consideration two main conditions. First, where the ID is not equal to 2, and second, where the ID is null. Now let's check the example. In the example, in the input table, as we can see, we have ID, name and referee ID. And in the output, we have the names of the people whose referee ID is not 2. Now, it can be null as well. It's not necessary that if it's 2, it can not be anything else. But when we just, let's start coding and then we'll see why mentioning that the referee ID is null is important. So first, we'll start by selecting name from customer, and then comes the conditions. Where what we have to check is the referee ID is not equal to 2, and we just have to return that. Now if I do this, let's see what problem will occur. Okay, I guess there's a spelling error. Okay, yeah. Yeah, so it gives wrong answer, and let's see what is the wrong answer. Here the IDs other than 2 are Zach and Will, Jane and Bill, who have null. But my output only gives Zach and does not consider the other 3 who have null in their values. It is because the referee ID is of type int, and it'll only consider the numbers, the integer values, and not null. So thus, to make sure that it considers the ones which are not 2 or the one which is null, either of them. So we will add or over here and mention that if it is not 2, it can also either be null. And once we do that, and let's run it again. Yeah, so now we can see that the case has been accepted and we have all the names in our answer. Now let's submit it and see the output. Okay, so it has been accepted, and thus we can see that we just had to make sure to add this condition where null is also being considered in the accepted answer, because integer only considers the numbers and not null, and thus to add it, because anything other than 2 in that null is also accepted, thus to add that we need to make sure that this condition is added in the where clause. I hope I have been clear with it. I hope to meet you people again in the next video with the next solution. Thank you so much.